Hello, I'm Alicia. I hope you're doing as tremendously as possible. Um, I've had an interesting experience with the White Earth Dove program. It's in Ogama, Minnesota. Um, okay, yesterday, about 24 hours ago, I was told I could get in. Then today, this morning, I was told I was being asked about being a transgender woman, and I was asked if I gotten pelvic surgery, and I was able to tell them I could, but the law is that you can go in, a transgender woman can go into women's spaces without having got that. And I pointed that out to the person as well, the staff member. And I was told that I was accepted still. By the time the conversation ended, I was told that I'd been accepted still, and that I would be able to, that I would be getting an email with the Greyhound, which maybe should have been the first red flag, because I was told about 24 hours ago that I'd have to get up there, which is fine. But then it was like, oh no, you'll get an email with about a Greyhound, and I leaned towards that. She said that a supervisor would be calling later in the day about getting up there, the trip up there. Well, neither happened, and I followed up twice. Followed up about 5 hours and 45 minutes later at 2:30 Central Time, and then at 9:30 Central Time. And none of the three times. So then the first time I called was about 8:40, and it was a call asked for about 8:40 to 8:45 a.m. Central. Supervisor was never there any of the times, I was told, and um, and I was told in the morning call today about like the supervisor like finding out that I'd been approved and that I'm a transgender woman, and then at that point, then I was being asked about being a transgender woman this morning, which was an uncomfortable conversation. It was an invasive conversation. I mean, I am an open book, I admit this, but it's just annoying when all I'm trying to do is be able to get shelter, to recover from abuse. I eventually just had to be like, I'm a woman who is looking for shelter after being abused. And so it seems clear it's flagrant discrimination, flagrant violation of non-discrimination law. I even explained to this person who, besides after she asked, indeed, letting her know I got pelvic surgery, I said that, like how in federal statute transgender folks are protected on the basis of sex, like how gay people are. I think she believed me. This is what's crazy. It seems she believed me, but it's still. Because I saw this with similar conversation with Community Solutions in San Jose, Morgan Hill, specifically in California in September. She, for what it's worth, she knew I had surgery and pelvic surgery, and then additionally, I let her know about it being against the law to discriminate on the basis of gender identity. I said state and federal law because that's true. And I didn't point out protected how I as a transgender woman am protected, but I did say it was the law. And that's what's crazy with that one too, is I think that she knows it's against the law and just doesn't care. So it's scary times. People who are far right are just so hateful towards transgender, gender diverse, and intersex people, including my own parents, Clark and Janie Wilkinson. It's like, what do you want? Like, do you want to live a life like this? Do you want to live a life of hate? Do you want to live a life of casting aside your own daughter? Pretty much. I mean, that's the message. You get between my children, literally. As my mom did in 2023 after I came out. I just was there for God, it was game. And I always brought power rights to him. And that weekend was no different. What was different is I also bought cute little chocolate critters for him. And in the little town of Manti, Utah, where I lived. So yeah, I'm concerned. I don't know if these staff members are far right with this Minnesota shelter, / program, but it seems clear that they just violated non-discrimination law. I mean, they told me it was open. Supervisor learns I'm a transgender woman. Questioned. And then I'm again told, indeed, that I'm accepted, but then I don't get the email I'm supposed to get. And I do lean towards that I was supposed to get a call from the supervisor, too. This is important too. Besides calling a couple of times, I also learned that the shelter is now listed as full. So, outside chance that could refer to me, but I don't think so, given the due diligence I did with / making those calls and the lack of them doing, I was supposed to go up there today, but I didn't even get the email about the Greyhound, so excuse me, where's that going? Oh, so no, I still shoot. But whether or not they're far right, I probably was discriminated against, and it seems that they don't care. That was it. That they don't care that they're breaking the law. This isn't the first time. When I say this isn't the first time, I don't mean just Community Solutions. I mean other instances as well, including one about the Granada Hills Library in Los Angeles. That's not all of them either, but that was published in San Fernando Sun like last month or a few weeks ago. So there's also I'm not saying that this is the same type of mistreatment, but speaking of other, well, that's a tangent, so I'll stop. Thanks for watching.